Hi everyone, welcome to our Understanding Emotions Masterclass. We've covered the A, B and the C. Now we're going to talk about the C today. A lot of people come to me and they know that they've got emotional issues, but they struggle to understand the different emotions. They struggle to make sense out of how the emotions are affecting them. So today we're going to cover a few things. In this video, you're going to learn how to know what emotions you are feeling. You're going to learn some of the key techniques therapists use to identify emotions. And you're going to learn some seriously interesting stuff. Firstly, I would like to talk about healthy and unhealthy negative emotions. Now, one of the things we learn in CBT is that not all negative emotions are bad. Imagine if you've got a big exam or an important meeting, it helps to feel a little concerned. It helps to feel a little bit nervous. Sometimes those feelings can help us focus. They can help us realize that it's something important that we need to prepare for. However, when we're feeling anxious, a lot of the time that can move us away from our goal. That can mean that we feel more scared, more concerned. And sometimes when we feel anxious, we might avoid the goal, avoid the task that we're focusing on. We could say the same thing for depression. Now, it's probably important in life to feel sad. Sad feelings help us to realize what is important and they help us to realize that we're human. But then we have feeling of depression. And when we're depressed, a lot of the time we behave and act a particular way, and feelings of depression can lead us away from where we want to move towards to in life. So essentially, not all negative emotions are bad. However, some aren't particularly helpful. And the work that we're going to be doing together is helping you to understand what's helpful and what's not helpful. Let's talk about mixed emotions. Now, in any one situation, it's actually possible to have many different emotions, many different feelings about the same thing. Now, a lot of my patients come and talk to me and they don't really know how they feel. They might be feeling stressed, anxious, unhappy, but it's difficult for them to really drill down into the exact emotions that they're feeling. Every emotion has a particular theme, a particular flavor, and when we feel a particular way, it's to do with something very specific. Now, you remember in our last video we were talking about the A, B, C. Well, every emotion is linked to a specific situation or a specific event. And in actual fact, when you're in any situation, you can have different emotions kind of about the same situation. For example, imagine your partner treated you badly and you felt hurt about the fact that they treated you badly. Okay, so that's one emotion. You might also feel angry at them for not taking your feelings into consideration. So we have hurt, we have anger, and then you might also feel anxious about the fact that your relationship could come to an end. So you can have the same situation, but you can have different emotions regarding different aspects of that situation. And that's what we call mixed emotions. So as you're working through your own issues right now, your own challenges, begin to think about the different emotions that you're feeling in any situation you're dealing with, because each emotion has a particular theme, a particular flavor. So the emotion in some way helps to diagnose what specifically you're feeling that way about. So again, if you've got any questions, just let me know as we go on, but we're going to be coming back to mixed emotions. Okay, so now we are going to break down and unpack each of the emotions. Now, one of the things you learn about in therapy and CBT is that each emotion, as I mentioned before, it has a theme, it has a structure, it's about something particular. And not only does it have a theme, but also when we feel a particular way, we behave a particular way. And when we have certain emotions, they encourage us to act in particular ways. And not only do we act in a particular way, but we think in a particular way when we feel that emotion. So really, emotions they're deep, and CBT has a very good structure for understanding them. So I've got this seriously boring book. Yep, this was one of my university study books. It's really old and It's not that exciting, but it has some gold in it. And I just want to talk to you about what's in there now. So in there, we've got an emotions table. So every emotion has a theme. In any situation that you're dealing with, every emotion will be to do with a specific element. So for example, the theme of anxiety is to do with threat or danger. So anything that we feel threatened by, that we're fearful of. So if you're feeling anxious in a situation, you can guarantee that there is a very specific element of that situation that you're feeling anxious about, and it will be to do with threat or danger, what you're afraid of. Let's look at another emotion, depression. Now, when we feel depressed, the theme of depression is to do with loss or failure. When we feel depressed, we think of other losses, other failures in the past. And when we feel depressed, we only look at the negative aspects of the situation. So wherever there is a theme of loss or failure in your situations, that's where we can get a sense of what specifically we feel depressed about. And if you do have those feelings, you can guarantee that there is a very specific part of that situation that you're feeling depressed about. Anger. When we feel angry, again, there is a very specific theme to it. Maybe it's because we feel that a personal rule of ours has been broken. We can also feel angry when our will is thwarted, when we have a goal and for some reason we are blocked. And we can also feel angry when our self-esteem has been threatened. So again, when you are dealing with any situation, you can guarantee there is a very specific element of that situation that you feel angry about. And the closer you can get to working out what specifically that aspect is, the better this whole system works. Now, guilt is an emotion that we've all felt, and it's very common. And again, guilt has a very specific theme. So when we feel guilty, the theme is to do with failure to live up to our own personal moral code. Maybe we have personal rules in which we live. And when we break those personal rules, personal moral rules, then we can feel guilty. There's another theme of guilt which is to do with hurting other people's feelings, and sometimes we feel guilty because we feel like we've hurt somebody else's feelings. So again, look in the situation and see if there's the theme there, and you begin to get a flavor, texture of the different emotions you're dealing with. Shame is to do with acting or falling short of our personal ideal. And when we feel ashamed, we can overestimate how much other people really care, how much other people will really notice, or how serious the issue really is. So again, if you are feeling that emotion, notice where specifically or what specifically is triggering it. Hurt. It's another big emotion. When we feel hurt, the theme of hurt is to do with we feel like we've been treated badly. We feel that other people are uncaring. When we feel hurt, we overestimate the unfairness of how others have treated us. But again, it's to do with being treated badly. So as you can see, every emotion has a theme. Every emotion has a particular flavor that allows you to get a sense of what you're experiencing. And as the process goes on, we're going to be coming back to the emotions that you're dealing with. So for now, why don't you begin listing the different emotions you're dealing with and mapping them out on your ABC format, and I'll see you in the next video.